Welcome back, y'all. It's the Amanda Seales Show. I'm Amanda Seales. All right, let's get into some Black Grit News. I want you to listen close as I explain this. So the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, strongly condemns the House of Representatives for passing H.R. 6090. This is the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act. The bill threatens to censor political speech critical of the country of Israel on college campuses under the guise of addressing quote unquote anti-Semitism. I want to be very clear that criticism of the country Israel is not anti-Semitic. Israel is a country, and just because it is an ethno-state that was created for Jewish people, it is still a country. Secondly, Zionism is not a religion. Zionism is a political ideology. So that would be like saying you can't criticize Democrats or you can't criticize Republicans.
I like that breakdown. I didn't know that, and I feel like a lot of people didn't know that. So thank you for that.
Because that conflation is by design.
Okay.
Zionism uses Judaism as a disguise for its politicization. It's like how the Ku Klux Klan are Christians.
Okay, got you.
Same thing.
Okay.
The ACLU director, Christopher Anders, says it's a direct attack on the First Amendment rights and risks politicizing the enforcement of federal civil rights statutes. The bill directs the Department of Education to consider an overbroad definition of anti-Semitism when investigating allegations of discrimination. Now, this is a bipartisan bill. So we've got a Democrat, Mike Lawler, and we got a Republican, Representative Josh Gottheimer. They're both sponsors of this bill. But the ACLU warns that this could pressure colleges to restrict speech critical of the Israeli government to avoid losing federal funding. The reason why this is a direct violation of the First Amendment is because, when people will be like, what happened to free speech when people say wild shit and then people respond?
Mm-hmm.
That is not about free speech. The First Amendment says that you can speak freely as long as it is not hate speech, and it says that speaking freely will not incur a government response.
Okay.
So which is why, like, if you work at a private job and they hear you saying racist stuff, they can fire you. Because it's against their moral code. However, the government may not be able to indict you. And the truth is that even hate speech typically goes unaddressed unless it is in partnership with like assault.
Yeah.
Then it becomes, then it becomes a hate crime.
Yeah.
But this is really a tipping point. And I keep talking about this. And if I'm being honest, I don't even know what to do about it. But I keep talking about the fact that we are watching this Constitution be chipped away.
Yeah.
Bit by bit. Folks may not be paying attention enough. When Roe v. Wade was overturned, three of the justices that were a part of overturning Roe v. Wade all said in their confirmation hearings that Roe v. Wade is a moot issue. They all said that. Even though it hadn't been ratified, they said it is precedent and it will not be changed.
Wow. And they just changed up when they got in there.
Yes. So when we talk about something like this, what's also very disconcerting is that our college campuses are where we are seeing the great young minds of our time developing and, exercising their knowledge and their learning to support movements that are for the people. So what they're saying is, we don't want you all to do that. And if they can do it with this, then how far does that extend? What's the next thing that they say we can't?
Going to keep on going. Students? Yeah. And they make it up as they go as well.
Correct. So, in America, by the way, you can criticize America, but now you're not allowed to criticize Israel?
Yeah. Wow. And it's crazy how they can make all those things work together by getting legislation, having it enforced on social media, and able to just take people's right of free speech away that simply.
Well, we're going to talk about it when we come back because we have some ways that you can still question Israel's practices without violating the rules.
Okay.
Don't say we didn't give you a workaround. We came up with some ways that you can still question Israel's practices without violating the laws. Okay. Now remember, this bill hasn't passed through the Senate, but let's not be surprised. Like, it probably will. Okay. You could frame your criticism as a hypothetical. If dogs could talk, they'd probably question Israel's foreign policy too. See how we did that? See, it's a hypothetical.
Dog.
It's a hypothetical. Utilize the power of puns. So like instead of saying Israel actions are irreprehensible, opt for Israel's actions are like a bagel with too much lox. A little hard to swallow.
Okay, I like that angle.
See?
Yeah.
Just hitting you with a little metaphor right there. Well, actually, it's more like an analogy. It's an analogy. Like is an analogy. Then we got like the master of the art of passive aggressive compliments. So this is for the white girls. Y'all could really nail this. Israel's commitment to security is truly astounding. Truly astounding. Almost as astounding as their commitment to war crimes.
Ooh.
Just really, yeah.
I like the sarcasm on that one. That's funny.
And last but not least, if all else fails, simply preface all of your statements with, I'm not saying this, but I'm not saying this. And you golden. Don't say we ain't never gave you nothing, okay? Don't say we ain't never gave you nothing. We always got to ask this very pertinent question. Why should black people care? What are we getting? Because when they start shredding the Constitution for others, don't be surprised when they come for our rights next. All right. I'm the Amanda Seals. This is the Amanda Seals Show. Hit us up, 1-855-AMANDA-8. You got thoughts on this? I want to hear them. Talk to me. We are a community here. Remember, I told you, Supreme, this is the people's show.
Let's go.
So we got to hear from the people. 1-855-AMANDA-8. That's 1-855-262-6328. We'll be right back.